What if I told you guys that a over-the-air update can actually brick your vehicle? And this just happened to a bunch of Wrangler 4xe owners. That kind of has me concerned that there is software in these vehicles that can remotely disable your device. And I thought that these kill switches were supposed to be illegal and did not pass law. But it seems as though this little software glitch kind of exposed that these automakers do have the ability to modify your vehicle's performance or potentially stop your vehicle from running even while you're driving it. So let's talk about that in this video right now. Okay, well, we're 52,000 friends, and 56% of you guys who watch these videos over and over again and haven't hit the subscribe button, help a butter out, help me get to my first milestone or my next big milestone of 100,000 subscribers. And I can't get there without your help. So make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you already done so. And I think there's some crazy little hype button around here. Hit that out, help a butter out, buy some merch, do everything you can to help your boy out, because I go through and I try to find all these interesting articles. And this right here, this Jeep one has me very, very interested and concerned at the same time, because we just seen a few months ago, I made another video talking about how the guys in the RHO group, they basically had like an update done to their particular trucks. They limited their top speed from 118 to 117, something like that, down to like 98 miles per hour top speed and stuff. And now it seems that a couple months later, yet another crazy update has happened. And now these Jeep vehicles, they can't freaking, they can't go down the road without the, the power cell getting turned out and stuff. So let's get right into this actual article, because this was pretty interesting. Jeep recalls hybrids it bricked with software update. A bot software update caused a communications issue which impacted roughly 25,000 Wrangler 4xe's. And this communications issue has to do with a very interesting box that should not have no business messing with your vehicle's ability to basically drive, right? So I'm just saying, Jeep recalled near 25,000 Wrangler 4xe's after a bad update. The glitch caused the hybrid system to reset and lose communication. Drivers reported a sudden power loss, but no accidents were recorded. Let's see, following a disastrous over-the-air update, Jeep recalling over 24,000 4xe plug-in hybrids. A software error can result in loss of drive power, and multiple owners have complained about a host of issues, including vehicles that completely brick themselves. According to the government agency, this is the important part. According to the government agency, the software update may have caused incomplete communication between the telematics box module and the hybrid control processor. Why in the world is this telematics box module even hooked up with a hybrid control processor in the first place, right? Why in the world is there ability for somebody to send a signal to your vehicle and you could be able to disable that person's vehicle while they're actually driving a vehicle? That right there seems to be like a very huge safety glitch and basically a very big safety flaw. There should be no ability for anyone, I don't care what you did, but to cut somebody's vehicle off while they're driving and stuff, and basically have it where these hackers and stuff can go send a signal and stuff and disable your vehicle, or hell, go in there and let's say make your vehicle go full throttle and stuff. That shouldn't happen. That needs to be looked at very, very closely, and I hope something is done about this. Now, basically, this can result in the latter performing a reset, which causes a lot of propulsion, will cause a loss of propulsion if it occurs while the vehicle is being driven and stuff. So yeah, there is no warning before reset, and Stellantis has become aware of the issue on October 14th. On that day, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's Vehicle Defect Division called the automaker to say they received over 200 complaints about the update and seen problems mentioned online. So this was like a widespread issue that hit a lot of people around the exact same time. The issues were so widespread that Transport Canada Defects Complaints also contacted Jeep on October 14th. They had received several reports and seen problems mentioned on forums. So you got the government looking around and actually poking their nose around and stuff. But I mean, I can understand them being pissed off that this actually happened, but I'm more pissed off as a consumer that you have this telematics module in people's cars that can literally go and brick your car if somebody dicks around with it. I mean, that is crazy, man. This crazy botch update. The second one that Stellantis has done within a few months, right? They did one to a bunch of RHO owners, reducing their top speed. And now they did this other one to these Wrangler owners and stuff, messing up their software. I mean, like, who in the world over there at Stellantis is in charge of pushing over their updates? Like, how in the world did this actually happen without them testing it on vehicles, right? I mean, you would think that if there is a software update going out, that they would go and load it on a press vehicle, test it around for like maybe a month, make sure somebody's driving around using it as normal and stuff, test it out for a month, and then make sure there's no bugs with it, and then a month later, then release it to the general public. So I don't know whether or not this was like a test they did and they didn't test it on other vehicles and push it out, or maybe they pushed it by accident. But however this crap happened, it shouldn't have happened in the first place, which is like, I said, I don't get how Stellantis is messing up with this crap, right? And you wonder why their EVs are a disaster, right? You wonder why all the glitches they have in their electric vehicles, like the Charger Daytona and the Wagoneer S and stuff, they can't even get software updates right? So you can't get software updates right. How can you get the software in the EVs right? It's just freaking crazy, man. This company, like, oh my goodness, like you can definitely tell they went with less quality in terms of cars and less quality in terms of people. Because we've seen the articles, right? We've seen the articles where they fired so many people in North America who were way more qualified, but because they made too much money and stuff, they got rid of them and start bringing people in from overseas to basically handle a lot of their issues and stuff, right? I've talked to people who, work for dealerships and stuff like that. They telling me that, yeah, and mechanics, that a lot of those star people who handle issues and stuff, they from other countries. They like from India and places like that and stuff. And you see the articles, right? They fire Americans who's working on these vehicles and hire people from Morocco, hire people from India and stuff, hire people from Brazil who don't necessarily work on these type of vehicles and stuff. So you see that this crap is starting to show up of all these software issues, and that is a bad personnel decision. Because how in the world you make this many mistakes within a short amount of time for software, and that's gonna be something that you're supposed to have locked down. But this is crazy. This telematics box can go in and basically mess up your car, whereas all they're supposed to do is communicate data. It's supposed to tell everything about your car, all your readings and stuff, how fast you're going, GPS data and crap. But now all of a sudden you're telling me that this box can get like a rogue signal sent to it and stuff, and they can disable your vehicle while you're driving, right? So nothing for me not to think that, somebody can go hack into the car with basic understanding and crap, because it's easy to go steal one of these cars. You can steal one of these cars with a tablet. So what if somebody goes and start messing with these cars where they go hack into it and tells the propulsion system to speed up or tell your brakes not to work? Because some of these vehicles have drive-by-wire or brake-by-wire and stuff, right? So these vehicles are literally getting to the point to where you can have hackers go and do crap to these cars, and people will think that you're at fault for doing it. They're gonna think the driver's doing it, when in actuality, it could be a foreign influence, or some signal sent to your car to mess it up and stuff, right? So this is exposing something that I'm going like, dude, they need to fix this, and they need to basically go in and check these automakers, because there should be no reason some telematics box goes in and messes with your car and stuff, right? Now, I can understand something like, OnStar and, Uconnect Guardian and all that stuff to having GPS data on your car, but it should be no reason to disable somebody's car remotely and stuff, because there are ways for police to stop your vehicle from moving and crap, right? Because eventually you're gonna have to stop. And, I can understand catching that one person here, that one person there by being able to disable their vehicle remotely and stuff. But I mean, you literally had hundreds of people get affected within one day that could have caused an accident if this just happened when people were driving and stuff, right? Who knows what actually happened? People's actually able to safely get off the road and stuff. But if there's a next time, who's to say that an accident won't happen and stuff? But that is all I gotta say about this crap. And hopefully this is something that get resolved. They said they're gonna do like a fix where they're gonna roll the software back. Hopefully this doesn't affect the vehicles. And I guess hopefully next time they're gonna actually do tests to make sure this crap doesn't happen again. But someone's at my front door. But yeah, okay, I'm back now. But that's basically it for this video and stuff, because like I said, this is very, very curious to me that these telematic systems in these vehicles can go and disable your vehicle, and then crap like this can happen. And I guess this goes to show that just hiring people who just fills a role rather than knowing exactly what to do, is not necessarily going to be a great look for Stellantis. And I heard through the grapevine that they were looking to basically reshore a bunch of these engineers and stuff. So hopefully it happens sooner rather than later, because it seems these guys who are on the other shores, they're messing up a lot. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. And if you want to check out, hopefully what I think we're going to get a new announcement for SRT and stuff, and check out this video right here. And until the next time, I'm out.